Welcome back to Midday. Let's get back to Dana Searles, who is live at the Principal Charity Classic at Wakanda Club. We've had team coverage for you, or we're going to rather, all weekend of this tournament. And Dana, I see you have a special guest with you. Share more.
I sure do, Emma. Thank you. Welcome back to our live coverage out here at the Principal Charity Classic. I am joined by Mr. John Casebolt. He is a longtime volunteer at the Principal Charity Classic, and we have to highlight John because a lot of work goes into this event, and our longtime volunteers, very important here. John, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, start off by telling me a little bit about what got you into volunteering at the Principal Charity Classic.
Well, I have started volunteering with all kinds of different events, the drink relays, the state track meet. It was part of my teaching and coaching thing. And then I was out at the Glen Oaks 15 years ago, and I ran into a good friend of mine, Matt Walters, and he was coming out of this really, really fancy tent. And I said, "What are you doing in there?" He said, "I volunteer out here. I can go wherever I want." I said, "I want to do that." He said, "Okay." So we developed the co-chair of the office, and that's what we've been doing now for, I've been 13 years. So.
Wow, that is amazing. That is amazing, and we really appreciate your work along with everybody else. So tell me a little bit more about what the role of a volunteer is like here.
I think it's tremendous. They're very appreciative of their volunteers. They treat you with great respect. Even though they might not know your name, they pretend like they do. And some of these people are just tremendous, and they've been here for years. And it seems like every time they replace somebody, they replace somebody with just as good. So it's great.
What keeps you coming back year after year?
Well, it's a lot about what we do, all right? I think about the thousands of kids that this golf tournament has helped, handicapped kids, needy kids that are in need of something to help them get along in life. We just watched over here a couple minutes ago. They gave a handicap bag to a handicapped young kid, and that's what they do. They're one of the leading charity organizations they are the leading charity organization in the senior tour, and for like saying for Des Moines, and rather than Tucson or New York or whatever, I think that's very cool. So
Iowa sure does it best, that's for sure. Do you have a favorite memory of all your 13 years volunteering?
I have one story. It might take too long, though.
Can we sum it up?
Well, it was the Pro-Am.
Okay.
And Bernhard Langer, his first year here, great golfer from Germany. And he was out doing the Pro-Am, and Matt and I were driving around the cart and came up to him to say hi, thank you for coming, and so on and so forth. He says, "I have a problem." I said, "What was the problem?" He said, "You people here in the United States, they don't pronounce Bernard, it's Bernhard. And they've spelled the name wrong on my card." We said, "Oh my God," we were appalled. We ran back to the office and said, "What are we going to do?" And the guy came up with the card in 15 minutes, and we zipped back out there and found him. And he said, "Mr. Langer, we're so sorry. Here's your card. It says Bernhard. It's spelled correctly." And he said, "Well, I might not need that card right now." He said, "I'm playing really, really well with this card. So I'm going to put this in the golf cart, and we'll just play with that card now." So. But that is the signature of most of the seniors that come out here. They are absolutely wonderful people. So
I love it.
That was one cutie.
That's a great story, and I'm glad you told it all. You summed it up beautifully. Well, John, thank you so much for all the hard work you and all the other volunteers put in, and thank you for shedding a little bit of light into your work. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. And come on out to the Principal Charity Classic. Join the 5,000 or 6,000 people who are going to follow Zach Johnson around the golf course today. It'll be great.
You heard it here, folks. Here first, folks. You can't pass up John. All right, we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.